You're right. That's the kid, Mr. Fellows.
Good. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Better make sure he's not snap-happy around the wrong people again, hadn't we? Get Harry onto it.
Done.
Is Ferguson coming in on the dope deal?
No way. She'd be down us like a ton of bricks if she found out.
You don't seem too worried.
I'm not. I've paid my insurance.
That tape.
That tape.
What are your terms? There's no way I can get the department to change its mind on the rehabilitation scheme.
No, obviously we have to tackle that from a different angle. What I'd like to see is an open family day once a month and a good work release program.
Oh, he'd have to get official departmental approval, but I think they're very workable schemes.
Do you think the department would agree?
I can't see them having any objections.
No outlays.
Right. Agreed?
Yes.
Now, what can you tell us about this tape?
That tape would have given you all you need to know about Ferguson. Not only is she involved right up to her neck in every racket in the prison, but I can tell you things about her that'll make your hair curl. She's just about as good a manipulator as I am, but she destroys people in the process.
Just stick to the facts, Minnie. These are very serious allegations.
Oh, the booze and numbers rackets are minor compared to the fact that she's indirectly involved in every bashing and death that's happened since she came. And she got rid of B.
Nothing surprises me.
But you've got no concrete proof of any of this.
Oh, the women will back me up. I guess that's not enough, eh?
Sorry, Minnie. Wild accusations are continually being levelled at officers. The tape from this would have helped, though, judging from what you said was on it.
Well, Sonia has a copy. I'm positive of it.
Does she?
It'd be in the interests of all of us if you could get that other tape, Mrs. Reynolds. And it'd certainly help drive a big, hefty nail into Ferguson's coffin.
Wasn't a bit like last time. The kids were really beaut, and Diane, she lost a packet at the races and didn't even stop laughing.
How was your day, Lizzie?
Oh, really nice, thanks, Min.
I'm glad.
Want to wait until I finish eating?
Just come along with me, Stevens. Right now.
Did you see that? What's on her nose? What's the matter with Sonia?
She's been questioned about her dealings with Ferguson.
You lagged to the governor.
Not exactly, Lizzie. I pointed the finger at Sonia. Mrs. Reynolds now knows all about the capers involving Ferguson.
Well, no wonder you were gone so long. Well, what did Mrs. Reynolds say?
Shut up, Pixie. Lagging's not on, no matter what.
I understand that, Lizzie. But in this case, the most important thing for all of us is to get rid of Ferguson, isn't it? How many more of us are going to disappear, be bashed, die even because of her? It meant dobbing Sonia in. It was the only thing to do, and I have no regrets.
Yeah, I think Minnie's right. I mean, there are exceptions to every rule, you all know that.
Maybe there are. But laggers are still the scum of the earth.
Oh, I understand why you want the tape, Mrs. Reynolds. But in here, everything has a price on it.
I'd call that blackmail.
I call it insurance. Insurance that everybody gets what they deserve after the transaction.
You're wasting your time, Stevens. I'll pull this place apart until I find it.
What makes you think it's in the prison?
What do you want?
Two things. Firstly, immunity from the prosecution regarding the rackets. And secondly, maximum remissions for my parole.
You know I can't grant those concessions, Stevens. That's something the department will have to rule on.
I understand perfectly, Mrs. Reynolds, and I'm more than willing to wait. You see, I'm extremely cooperative.
Am I intruding?
You could say that.
I'm sorry. You Still think I did the wrong thing?
Too bloody right I do.
But something had to be done. You must realise that, Lizzie.
All I know is that the top dog lagged. Bea'd never have done a thing like that.
Yes. I changed the rules, didn't I? But the end result is the same. Bea understood how important it was to get rid of Ferguson, and so do I. They've all tried before. But this time it'll work.
I still don't think it was right.
Lizzie, it'd be so much better in here without someone like Ferguson around. She brings the worst out in people. With her gone, we can try and help some of the weaker ones. Make them realise they've got something positive to offer.
Bea used to say that.
She was right. We're all in here together whether we like it or not. And we've all got to help each other survive the course. But with someone round like Ferguson, it's a pretty hard thing to do.
Yeah, this dump's never been the same since she came. Everybody at each other's throats.
Well, we're going to change that. But I'll need your support.
What can I do?
The women look up to you, Lizzie. If you don't back me, nobody will. And if that happens, the freak will win again.
Oh, we can't let that happen, can we? I'll leave me knickers till later. We'll go and straighten the others out.
I need that tape brought back in right away.
Yeah? Why the big rush?
If I thought it would help, I'd let you know. Just bring it back.
Well, it's not so easy getting things in as it is getting them out. It'll take time.
When?
Well, it depends when you want the information. It's got something on it for the governor, right? Is that why she wanted to see you?
That recording has no value to anyone but me.
Okay. I'll get hold of the contact tomorrow. Interested in our special radio program from Woodridge? Thought you might be.
Yes, but I'm a bit confused. Well, does that mean we can lag from now on?
No, Pixie, but sometimes...
Sometimes it's different, love. Min'll tell you when. You trust Min.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're both friends. I hate it when people quarrel.
Lizzie? I think this is the letter you've been waiting for.
Oh, from Bea. Oh, quick, where are Miss Bex? Shut up, everybody, and listen. Dear Lizzie and company, it has taken a while, but I had some adjusting to do at Barnhurst. I hope you are all managing to take just as good care of things back home. Just stick to your mates and you'll be right. I met a couple of Jude's Driscoll House girls and they said to tell her that they are barracking for her, and that goes double for me. Just like we all are, love.
Yeah, I know. Just get on with Bea's letter.
Yes, has she said whether they have any male officers there?
Let her finish, dear.
Oh, good, there's a big piece cut out of here, the rotten buggers. Anyway, it says Mary's still the same.
The prison
She
reform
and I,
group bring you
that bit's been cut out too. I haven't seen too much that's different here. And Vinegar Tits is as sour as ever. Another certainty is that I'll see you again soon.
Does that mean she's going to escape?
If she does, I doubt she'd drop in and visit us, Pixie.
Our next message comes from Rhonda to her sister.
I'll wait till you
Happy to hear your news. Have written. You should get it tomorrow. Hope you're keeping clean.
We're in. When's the rubbish pickup tomorrow?
After lunch.
Hey, I thought you ladies wanted to hear the broadcast.
Oh, Pulp! I wanted to hear me message. Has it been on yet, Brenda?
You're sure speed reading doesn't harm the eyes?
Don't be flippant, Wally.
Flippant. I like it. Paul seems rather wrapped in his flat, don't you think? How do you feel about it?
Not important.
Of course it's important. You must feel some sense of loss. Well, at least you're not alone, are you?
It depends on how you look at things.
Something else eating you.
I told you it's not important. It's probably because I'm tired. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll go to bed.
Okay. Have a good night's sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh my, we are touchy, aren't we? It's only the freak's code name. If she starts hassling us about the dope, I just send out the code name and Ferguson gets herself a couple of visitors.
And the license paper?
Well, that'll take a couple of days.
Well, you have got your connections organised, haven't you?
Yeah. Takes a while to get people's trust, especially fellows. But once you're in, you're made. Which is why my cut's larger, right?
I've never argued that.
Well, remember it. You start hassling the fellows crowd and it's a quick trip to the undertakers.
Sorry, dear, but never mind. Cold showers are meant to be wonderfully invigorating.
I always have cold water. It's not fair.
I want to know, Pixie. I think it's exactly what you need. The way you carry on with anything male around the scene. Isn't that right, Donovan? You'd almost think they're expecting trouble.
It's only natural. You have a way of attracting it.
Sometimes it's out of my hand.
Everyone gets their just desserts.
And of course you're right, Minnie. And this time the dessert was very sweet. For some reason, it all turned out in my favor. You see, lagging has its rewards. The sun. I don't like her when she's that pleased with herself.
I don't like her at any time.
Well, we'll leave straight after Master. Oh, Mrs. Morris, can I make a phone call after breakfast? I seem to recall you having had one just the other day. Oh, yes, I know, but my mother's really sick at the moment. I'd really like to check she's okay.
All right. Hurry along. You too, Stevens.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris. You're a brick.
Oi! How about some service?
Sorry, won't be a second. Oh, Hi, Wally. You're early.
Don't let me stop you. I want to hear your sales spiel.
Well, I prefer to do it on real customers. They're pretty rare animals.
Oh, give it time. You've only been in business a minute.
Yeah, and already I've had a break-in.
You're joking. Last night?
Yep. I thought I heard somebody moving around, and when I came in, I found the door unlocked.
Did you...
I definitely locked it.
What's missing?
Well, that's the strange part. Nothing.
But this equipment's worth quids. You mean to say they actually broke into the place and left all this behind?
I don't know, maybe I scared them away or something.
Well, it could be the walls just settling, you know. I wouldn't worry.
Yeah, you're probably right. Could have been my pet cockroaches battling Mum's insecticide.
She sprayed enough of the stuff around. Wonder they're not falling from the ceiling. Tell you what, if it'll make you feel any better, I'll put a deadlock on.
Nah, it's okay. Anyway, you've got enough on your plate with Driscoll.
No, that's all right. My replacement officially takes over soon. I'm thinking of going into business as a freelance devil's advocate.
You don't seem to be too worried about losing your job.
I'm not. I've got other things on my mind. Like Judy's trial today.
Three minutes, Hewitt.
Thanks, Mrs. Barry. Hi, it's Brenda. Listen, that tape, did you get it? Right, now listen carefully. I want you to play it, and if there's anything on it about a screw named Joan Ferguson, get it to Don, quick smart.
Oh, Mrs. Barry, would you make sure Mrs. Reynolds gets those photo stats as soon as possible, please? I forgot them.
Oh, yes, certainly. Break a leg, Judy.
Thanks. If that's what it takes, I'll gladly break both of them.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Charlton. How are you this morning?
Oh, good morning. Fine, thanks. Is it possible to see Mrs. Reynolds?
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Just take a seat and I'll see what I can do, okay?
Oh, thanks.
That's my health insurance policy. Time's up, Hewitt. Gotta go. Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, come on, get a wriggle on.
Isn't it amazing how time flies when you're having fun?
Yes, all right, thank you. Goodbye. Sorry about that. Now, where were we?
Well, as you probably realise, the last couple of weeks have been very trying for our family.
Naturally. And for your mother as well.
Yes, I know. Perhaps we've underestimated the effects it would have on her. Then again, we're not in the best position to judge it either. I just hope that she can cope with the changes.
Well, Lizzie's remarkably adaptable, I assure you.
Well, I hope you're right, Mrs. Reynolds, because Diane and I want my mother with us permanently.
I had a feeling you might say that. I'll contact the department and arrange a parole hearing as soon as possible. Shouldn't be long in Lizzie's case.
Oh, that's terrific. Look, thanks very much for everything you've done. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Well, I suppose the next step is to discuss it with your mother. I'll arrange a visit now.
What are you doing, Pixie?
Oh, I'm just getting these ready for the truck. Why, do you want me to go into something else?
No, dear, you're doing very well, but why are you mixing the coloured sheets? Shouldn't they be kept separate?
Yes. Blue for the hospital and green for the old people's home, but... Well, don't you think it would be nice if the old people could change their colours every now and then?
Well, yes, dear, I do. It's... What? That's not the point. Oh, Lizzie, will you explain to Pixie? Lizzie?
What?
What's the matter, dear?
Oh, what do you think? Being stuck in this bloody joint's enough to drive anyone around the twist.
You're worried about Judy, aren't you?
Look, don't worry, Lizzie. She'll be all right.
What makes you think that?
Well, she'll have all those lovely barrister people to look after her, won't she?
So did I. And I've spent more than half my rotten life in this bloody joint for something I didn't even do. What hope is she got? Even I wouldn't have anything to do with her when they brought her in, and I'm supposed to be her mate.
No one would blame you, dear. I think all the girls were shocked a bit.
Lizzie?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. You've got a visitor. Now, do
Is
you
it Arthur?
Well, it's a Mr. Charlton. I'm not sure of his Christian name,
Oh,
but it...
beauty!
I just can't keep up with Lizzie sometimes.
Don't worry about it, dear. As long as she's happy now, that's the main thing.
Three of the larger ones will probably do.
Well, for the same price, you could get 2 of the large ones and 4 of the smaller ones.
Could I have a look at the size of the small ones, please?
Yeah, sure. Oh, good morning, gentlemen. Can I help you? Paul Reynolds. Yes. I'm Detective Sergeant Brooks. This is my partner, Senior Detective Clark, Templewood CIB. And? We'd like to search the premises. Here's the warrant.
I'll think about those prints and come back later. Thanks for your help.
Look, this isn't particularly good for business. Would you mind telling us what you're after?
We'll let you know that when we find it.
Strike me lucky. Come and live with you. Oh, thank you for asking me, Arthur. Means a hell of a lot to me. But it wouldn't work, love.
Why not, Mum?
Listen, love. I've been in here for donkey's years. And you sort of get settled in at my age.
Yes, but now you've got a family to take care of you.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you found me. That's really important. But me mates are in here. And they're my family too.
Yes, I realise that, but now it's our turn. We want you with us, Mum.
You think you do. But visiting people and living with them is a different kettle of fish. It'd muck everybody up.
Mum, we're not asking you because we feel guilty. The kids want their grandmother with them, and so do Diane and I. It meant more to me than you could know.
Yeah. I'd have to think really hard before I could really change anything at the moment.
You still maintain you know nothing about these?
Look, I swear I've never seen them before.
Then what are they doing amongst your work orders? Seems a bit coincidental, wouldn't you say?
Look, there was an intruder here last night. He must have planted them there.
An intruder, eh? Did you report it?
Well, why didn't you?
Hello, Anne Reynolds speaking.
Anne, we got a problem at the shop.
What sort of problems? Is Paul all right?
The police are questioning him now.
Police? Oh, well, what's going on?
Doesn't sound very
It seems they found some pornographic material on the premises.
But that's ludicrous.
Yes, I know.
Nothing stolen.
Don't worry, I'll go with him to the station. You can meet us there.
Right, Wally, is Paul being charged?
Yes? With possession and manufacture of pornographic material pertaining to minors.
Well, surely in a case like that, an appeal would be automatic.
No, it's far more complicated than you know, Mrs. Powell. The time.
Mr. Harnsworth, I'm sorry I'm late.
Ah, Mrs. Reynolds.
Thank you, Mrs. Powell.
Good afternoon, Mr. Harnsworth.
Good afternoon.
It was very rude of me to keep you waiting. An urgent family matter, I'm afraid.
I quite understand. But I am a busy man.
Of course, I wouldn't have asked to see you if this hadn't been important. One of our officers seems to be implicated in organized rackets within the prison.
What? I find that hard to believe. Who is it?
Joan Ferguson.
But she has a most exemplary record. You have evidence?
Yes, one of our prisoners. It's only verbal at this stage.
Well, the word of a prisoner is hardly convincing evidence. Proceed to an investigation on the strength of that, and you'll be setting a precedent for every officer in the service to be open to blackmail.
I realize that.
No, Mrs. Reynolds, I'm afraid you'll need a lot more to go on than that.
But, Mr. Harnsworth, I wouldn't have asked to see you if that's all there was. Apparently, there is a tape recording which backs up these allegations.
Where?
A copy is to be given to me once I agree to certain conditions.
Mrs. Reynolds, you know very well the department frowns on that sort of thing.
But I have reason to believe that this is not just an effort to get rid of an astute officer.
Even so.
I don't need to tell you how much harm one corrupt officer can cause.
Yes, you're quite right, of course. I suppose we should look into it. But I must insist we protect the interests of Officer Ferguson until such time as these allegations are proven.
Naturally.
Well, how soon could you organize an investigation?
This afternoon?
No, I won't be available. Call in the necessary people now. And a pot of tea would be welcome.
Of course, sir.
Oh, but Lizzie, the bell's already gone.
Never mind that. This is important.
All right. All right. Now, what is it?
It's me son. He wants me to go and live with them.
But that's wonderful, dear.
Oh, I suppose so. That's why I needed to talk to you. All my mates are here, you see. Sometimes I hate this place so much it makes me sick, but it's my home, man.
But your family are offering you a real home, Lizzie.
Yeah. Supposing they shove me in a back room and only bring me out when they got visitors.
That's just your cold feet talking. You know that's not true. And Arthur loves you. He came looking for you, didn't he? And think of it, your own place. No locks, no bells.
Yeah, would be lovely. And me grandkids. But what about me mates?
Oh, you're not going to lose us, dear. Mrs. Reynolds will let you come and visit us. And anyway, you'll have a chance to make new friends.
Oh, yeah, senior citizen. Tea and scones and a sing-song. How do you reckon I could put up with that lot?
You couldn't. But I've got a group that'll fit you like a glove. They have race days, poker parties, pub nights, you name it, they have a ball. Yeah. And they're friends of mine. Jack's the best contact I've got when I've got to get rid of anything extra around the house.
You reckon they'd let me tag along the races and everything?
They'd love you, Lizzie. You'd be just their cup of tea. And right now, my tongue's hanging out for a good strong cuppa. Come on. Or we'll miss out.
Yeah. I better hurry and let Arthur know that I've changed my mind.
That's it, thanks.
Good afternoon.
Yes, well, it could be for some of us. Mr. Harnsworth is waiting to see you in the governor's office.
See me? He's come all this way to see me. Must be important.
Apparently. Something to do with a certain tape.
What could that possibly have to do with me?
Don't keep him waiting.
Make it a double serve, love. There's nobody else coming out.
Minnie, how can you?
I didn't know you were out of hospital, Mary. You all right?
What do you reckon?
I don't believe you've met Brenda. Sick. Obviously blames me for the bashing. Make your call?
Yeah.
When can we go back in?
Well, there's not much point, really. One of those stupid fools spilt coffee all over it. It's stuff.
What?
Oh, sorry. I hope it wasn't too important.
Listen, don't play games with me, Hewitt. I don't know what you're planning on doing, but believe me, it won't work. I want the tape back, or you wish you never set eyes on me.
You're very good at wielding the big stick, aren't you, Sonia? But you're forgetting something.
Oh?
The dope. You won't see a penny of that bread without me, so the boot's on the other foot, isn't it? Look, we need each other, right? Forget about the tape. It's gone. Concentrate on this new business we're setting up. That's where the money is.
Stevens, he wanted in the governor's office.
It's quite clear, Governor. You've been sold a bill of goods.
Have I, Miss Ferguson?
These allegations are ridiculous.
A lot of the women are prepared to substantiate them.
Oh, I'm sure they are. But it doesn't mean they're true, does it?
You may be right, Miss Ferguson, but we do have to go through the motions nevertheless.
Yes, well, with all due respect, sir, you do have to understand these women. They don't take too kindly to an officer who expects them to stick to the rules.
Explain that.
Well, now, Stevens, for instance. She's just had a loss of privileges for her involvement in a gambling and illicit alcohol racket. Well, of course she's going to try and get back at me.
All right, Miss Ferguson, we realise prisoners do try to retaliate. But how do you explain this?
Ah, yes, young Mitchell's tape. She fell down the stairs, sir, and in the process damaged the tape. I thought I might be able to fix it for her.
Well, that's an admirable sentiment.
I see. Where's the missing tape, then?
Oh, I didn't know that it was missing. It was certainly in there when I left the staff room. Mrs. Morris can tell you that.
Come in. Thank you, Miss Riley. Now, Stevens, your requests will be granted in return for the tape you told me about. Did you bring it with you?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. I don't know what you're talking about.
Would you prefer to speak to us alone, Stevens?
About that tape you mentioned?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds, but I don't know about any tape that could help you.
Here, let me.
Thanks. Better not let anyone else see you do this.
Oh, you girls work pretty hard as it is. What are you doing in the workshop anyway? You've been lugging these things in and out all day.
Oh, the prisoners' officers like to keep our noses to the grindstone. They think that way we'll stay out of trouble. You better let me take it now. You never know who might be coming round the corner. Nice day for it.
Come on.
Well, yeah. Hazel was asking all of us to kill her, not just Betty.
Now, Miss Daly has told us of the defendant's reaction to Kent's death. Were you present at the time?
Well, not when Betty found Hazel.
But you saw the defendant soon after.
Yeah.
And what was her reaction to her friend's death?
Well, I think she was kind of relieved. I think she was glad that Hazel was out of her pain.
We don't need to know what you thought. Thank you, Miss Mills. Dr. Collins, how long do you think the deceased would have lived had she not taken that fatal overdose?
Well, that's a little hard to say.
Well, just try, Doctor.
Well, you must understand there are several factors to take into account.
I'm sure we're all aware of that. But in a general sense, could Hazel Kent have lasted for a week, 2 weeks, a month?
As I was about to say...
6 months?
That's possible,
That's
but...
fine. Thank you, Doctor.
She said she'd killed a woman. That she'd administered a lethal dose of morphine to the person in question.
Just like that?
Yes, sir. According to my recollection, sir.
No, that's not how it was at all. Why
Sit
don't
down,
you do
madam.
something?
You will
Get
keep
Wally
quiet.
up here. He'll know how it
Silence!
really
The prisoner will take her seat and keep quiet. Silence! If I have to warn your client once more, Mr. Goldsmith, she will be charged with contempt of court.
Your Honor. The garden looks like it needs a bit of work.
Yeah, well, the last governor, she started the prisoners growing their own veggies, but it didn't really come to much. They would rather opt for the higher paying jobs.
Oh, that's a pity. There's nothing like fresh vegetables straight out of your own garden.
You sound as though you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, gardening's about the best way of relaxing I know. Perhaps I should get this one started up again.
Oh, hi, you're back.
Look, I'll take Judy through. You have your break.
Thanks, Dave.
Come on, love.
I take it didn't go very well.
You could say that. It's going to be a long trial.
Well, why's that? Prosecution today, defence tomorrow, 3 days at the most, surely.
Well, long in terms of the strain on Judy. I mean, the prosecution did a very good job. It couldn't look worse. Well, you know how they can make the most innocent statement sound damning? Well, I mean, even Scott's evidence made Judy look black.
God.
And she didn't help matters either. She got all upset and started yelling at a solicitor. Judge Warren nearly burst a blood vessel trying to quieten her down.
Oh, that's the worst thing she could have done.
So you can imagine how the jury's going to take it after hearing today's evidence. If I didn't know Judy, I could quite easily believe that she was nothing more than a ruthless, cold-blooded murderer.
Stevens! You'd better have a good reason for that little charade in the governor's office, or you won't be looking quite so smug when I'm finished with you.
But of course I have. But you must admit I'd be better off without you.
Oh, nice try. What went wrong?
I changed my mind. It's better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
Oh, come on, Stevens. I can't imagine you passing up a chance to get out of here. Not unless something went wrong. And I'm prepared to buy it. For now. So you just watch yourself in the future, Stevens. Any more clever tricks and you'll be selling tickets to your own funeral. Now get that stuff into the laundry.
Timed that well, didn't you? Well, you can put it in the bag till tomorrow.
Running off at the mouth again, Donovan? You've been doing a lot of that lately, haven't you? And it's all been a waste of time. Ladies, you'll all be thrilled to know that I am going to be around for a long time yet. It didn't work, ladies. You're going to have to try a hell of a lot harder than that to beat me at my game. Now get out of here, the lot of you.
Oh, hi, Scott.
Oh, good day, mate.
Just finished?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, mate. My mind's still on the trial.
Oh, look, I'm sorry. I forgot you were called as a witness, weren't you?
Yeah.
Doesn't look good for Judy.
Well, that's an understatement. I know we're not supposed to get involved with the prisoners, but sometimes it's hard not to.
I understand you married one of them.
Yeah, but I knew it before she came in.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I need a cup of coffee. How about you?
No, I'm right, thanks.
The women all think you're just a great bloke. Especially Lizzie.
Yeah, she's quite a character, isn't she?
Yeah.
Always finding an excuse to come and see me. But I don't mind. She's got a heart condition, so I like to keep a close eye on her.
Oh, I'll keep it in mind. Well, it's certainly refreshing being among all these women after being in a male prison.
The job can be just as hard, though.
Oh, I'm sure it can be at times. But I'm more comfortable around women. I suppose it's because when I was growing up, there was just Mum and myself. We were pretty close.
Mm.
Yeah. That's her.
Oh, she looks nice.
Yeah.
So, how long do you think you'll be staying here?
Well, I'd like to make a few changes if I can. I feel by locking these women up, we're defeating a purpose. We have to make an outlet for them, make them feel worthwhile. Of course, I hardly started yet. I'm still finding my way around, but well, I intend to.
Can't keep a good bloke down, eh?
You've got it. Cheers.
Cheers.
But that's totally untrue.
I agree, Meg. But she had the minister in the palm of her hand from then on.
He doesn't know Joan like we do.
You've got to give her one thing. She's quick on her feet.
But surely he didn't base his decision purely on what Joan said happened to that tape.
I had the feeling he was going through the motions. If we'd come up with some hard evidence, I'm sure he'd have backed us to the hilt.
But what about the other copy, the one Stevens said she had?
If we can get hold of it, we may be able to prove that Joan's up to her neck in these rackets. If not, there's nothing we can do.
You mean Stevens backed down?
Yes. I'm as sorry as you are, but Joan has been officially vindicated. By the minister himself.
Who are you?
New officer.
I didn't think you'd come to fix the TV.
David Bridges. And you're?
Mary Adler.
You right.
What's it to you?
You look a bit off colour.
Well, so would you be if you'd just been laid out by a bloody great ox.
Is there anything I can do?
No, she's right. But thanks anyway.
Who's winning?
Oh, the other bloke.
Hello, love. God, I reckon it was worth getting bashed just to be sitting here with a handsome young fella.
You ladies don't have it too bad, do you?
Oh, geez, Mr. Bridges, I don't know. Miss Ferguson just had us out playing netball in the rain. That wasn't much fun.
That was volleyball, Cass.
Well, whatever. It wasn't much fun.
Seriously, though, is it really so awful in here?
Well, it's no picnic, dear.
Might be a piece of cake for you lot. You just put in your hours and then you're off home. But we're stuck in this bloody lousy joint forever.
Yeah, you tell him, Lizzie.
Look at this poor little bugger here. You'd give your right arm to be somewhere else, wouldn't you, love?
You bet.
I'm getting out soon, so it's all right for me. But young Mary here, she's got years to do yet.
It's hard when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, I can see how it would get you down. Well, we'll just have to think of ways of solving the problem, won't we? Chin up, Mary. You concentrate on getting better, okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll see you ladies later.
Oh, between him and Mrs. M, this place could get a bad reputation.
God, you're vain, Sonia.
Pays to take care of yourself.
Wise words from the wicked. Come and see what the tooth fairy left.
What?
Went like a dream.
You got the dope?
Yep.
And they sent the papers you need.
Yeah, they must have already had some in stock. I hope no one's going to try and do me out of business before I've even started. And I've been a busy girl today. What do you think?
Brenda, this is brilliant.
Yeah, no more cold cash for dope, my love. We'll just stamp out licenses in exchange.
What I wouldn't give to have a talent like this.
Oh, you will be. And all donations will be gratefully received. Now, show me your clever hiding place.
Joan Ferguson,
Yes, that's right.
I think we have some business to discuss, Miss Ferguson.
I doubt that very much.
Oh, I think you'll be very interested. It's a little matter of security. An investment for the future, if you like. What do you say?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing